The silent month fixing a sales slump in the UK. Tessa stood behind the counter of her boutique in East London, the hum of the heater the only sound breaking the silence. Her fingers hovered over her tablet screen. She refreshed it again, hoping for a glitch. Nothing changed. Sales. 0 visitors. 3. 2 were her checking the site on different devices. She whispered, 10 days, 10 whole days. Her eyes flicked to the display window handcrafted accessories, eco-friendly bags, artisan soaps, all still neatly arranged, untouched, like a museum exhibit no one visited anymore. Tessa rubbed her temples. Just last month, she was barely keeping up with orders. Now radio silence. She hadn't changed prices, hadn't changed suppliers. She had even posted daily on Instagram. Nothing worked. She scrolled through her email inbox, no new messages, no questions, no abandoned cart alerts. Her phone buzzed. A message from her mum, "Hope sales are better today. You're doing great." She gave a tired smile. "Am I?" she asked the empty shop. In a burst of frustration, she muttered, "Did everyone just forget I exist?" Outside, the grey clouds loomed over the quiet street. Inside, Tessa felt like she was vanishing. Just 4 weeks ago, Tessa was riding the wave of December magic. Her little shop, Maple Thread, had become a holiday hotspot. The cinnamon vanilla soy candles were her crown jewel. Lone reel of her pouring wax with festive jazz in the background went semi-viral. Orders flew in like snowflakes. She was up till 2 a.m. most nights, wrapping packages with twine and handwritten thank you notes. Her tiny kitchen doubled as a packing station. There were moments she paused, candle wax smudged on her apron, and whispered, "This is it. I've made it." Instagram DMs flooded with praise. "Smells like Christmas in a jar." My mum cried, said it reminded her of her childhood. "Please restock ASAP." The dopamine was real. Even her landlord commented, "Your shop's never looked busier." On Christmas Eve, Tessa danced around the shop floor, sipping mulled wine and humming Mariah Carey. The shelves were almost bare. Her heart was full. Then January crept in slow, grey and quiet. The first few days, she expected the lull. People are recovering from holiday spending, she told herself. By day 5, she rearranged the display. Fresh posts, a sale, still no orders. Now mid-January, the holiday glow felt like a dream, fading fast. Tessa sat behind the counter, a wool scarf looped twice around her neck as wind howled outside the shop's thin windows. Maybe it was the weather. January was always moody. People stayed home. Candles weren't urgent. Still, she refused to sit still. That Monday, she posted a flat lay of her cinnamon vanilla blend with a cozy caption, "New Year, same glow." No likes. She launched a fresh start bundle 3 candles for the price of 2. Added free shipping, pinned it, shared it. Even ran a 10 Instagram ad targeting women who love hig. Crickets. On Tuesday, she rearranged the entire front display. Moved the winter scents to the window. Took aesthetic photos with natural light. She even tried a reel, a slow-mo candle flicker with soft jazz. Still nothing. By Thursday, she was Googling, "Do people hate candles now?" Then came the second guessing. Was her branding outdated? Were cinnamon vanilla blends passé? Maybe her labels looked too DIY. Maybe she was the problem. She stared at her own reflection in the display glass. "Maybe I peaked in December," she muttered. That's when her phone buzzed. A DM on Instagram. "Hey, I love your candles. Didn't know you were still open after the holidays." Tessa blinked. Still open? Of course she was. But her heart sank. No one knew. That DM plays on a loop in Tessa's mind. Didn't know you were still open. Not, your candles suck. Not, I found better. Just forgotten. Tessa puts her phone down and stares out the window. The streets are quiet. A dog walker in a yellow coat passes by. No one glances at her shop. Her stomach churns not with fear, but realization. She hasn't shown up, not online, not in newsletters, not even on her own blog. She let December's success convince her that January could run on autopilot. But people don't think that way. Attention is like a candle flameate flickers, then fades, unless you feed it. Tessa grabs her notebook and scribbles, "Visibility is value." Customers don't just want candles, they want reminders. They want inspiration, presence, a face they trust. And that's on her. She pulls up her camera and records a quick story. Hey everyone, yes, I'm still open. I took a break, but I'm back in the studio, testing new scents, packing orders, and drinking too much tea. If you're still here, thank you. And if you forgot about me, I'm lighting the candle again. She posts it with a deep breath, then adds a post, behind the scenes of her messiest work table, captioned, "January isn't silent anymore. No sales come that day, but 2 comments, 3 DMs. 1, glad to see you again, Tessa smiles. She's been remembered, and that's where rebuilding begins. Tessa pulls an old whiteboard from the storage room, wipes off last year's goals, and writes a new title across the top. Sent, Self, 10 days of showing up. The plan is simple, no discounts, no shouting buy now, just presence. Each day, she'll post one thing, a behind-the-scenes clip, a scent memory, or a self-care prompt. Something human, something warm. Day 1, a reel of her pouring wax while humming along to Norah Jones. Caption, some days peace smells like bergamot. Day 2, she shares a childhood story, her mum lighting lavender candles before dinner parties. Day 3, a carousel of scent pairings and moods. Need calm? Try sage, cedar. By day 4, something shifts. Comments bloom, likes double. Her inbox fills with, I miss this, and this made me smile today. She's not pushing product, she's creating connection. By day 5, a wellness coach asked to collaborate. By day 6, an old customer DMs, I didn't even realize how much I needed your page back on my feed. And then, day 7, a ping, 1 sale, her cinnamon vanilla blend. She doesn't jump or cry, she just smiles small and solid. Because it's not just the sale, it's proof the flame's catching again. Tessa leans back in her chair, takes a breath, and writes her new motto on the whiteboard, don't sell, serve. The rest will follow. By Sunday, Tessa tries something new, a casual Instagram live. No script, no filters, just her, in her hoodie, in the shop, pouring wax and chatting to whoever shows up. At first, it's awkward, 2 people watching. One drops out, the other, a loyal customer from Devon. They talk about candles, then favorite teas, then how January just feels like a giant Monday. The next week, she does it again. More people join. They ask, what makes a scent grounding? Do you have one for focus? Why does eucalyptus always remind me of my dad? It's not about sales anymore, it's story time, scent education, heart-to-hearts across Wi-Fi. She starts calling it Sunday scent circles. By the 3rd week, someone says, this is the coziest part of my weekend. Another adds, you should do this forever. Tessa laughs, 1 candle at a time. Orders don't pour in like Christmas, but they return. 1 or 2 a day, steady, honest. Each order comes with a handwritten thank you card. Not just, thanks for buying, but thanks for showing up. Thanks for reminding me that this work matters. The shop doesn't feel quiet anymore because it's not just customers coming back. It's a community, slowly forming 1 wick, 1 chat, 1 shared moment at a time. And Tessa finally realizes that she's not just selling candles, she's lighting connection. Something clicks for Tessa one quiet Wednesday afternoon as she's labeling a batch of amber sage soy jars. A realization, slow but steady, like wax melting evenly around a flame, she isn't just selling perfumes. She's building something people feel, something they remember, and that takes intention. So, she starts working like it. She sets aside Mondays to batch content, scent stories, customer testimonials, soothing flat lays, even a few bloopers like the time she spilled lavender oil all over her cat's tail. Don't worry, the cat forgave her. She writes weekly newsletters not with discounts, but with heart. Why bergamot feels like confidence in a bottle. 3 cents that help me slow down on hard days. How I turned a £0 week into clarity. She signs each one. Still learning, still pouring, Tessa. Next, she reaches out to a local spa, the kind tucked beside a yoga studio and a vegan cafe. They agree to feature her candles in their relaxation room. She offers a co-branded scent, Spa Stillness. It sells out in 2 weekends, but more than the orders, something else is shifting, her mindset. She no longer sees slow weeks as rejection. They're rhythm resets. Time to listen, learn, prepare better. She understands now, visibility isn't just about shouting louder. It's about showing up with purpose, even when the room feels empty. It's presence over panic, connection over conversion. She even sticks a post-it on the studio wall that reads, "Quiet doesn't mean forgotten, it means you've got time to build better." Every time she catches herself spiraling, no likes, no sales, no spark, she reads that note and lights another candle, because she knows now. Brands aren't built during the rush. They're built in the stillness that follows. Tessa stands just outside her shop, the early evening light casting a golden hue across the glass. The window display is simple, elegant hand-poured candles, a soft cream curtain, and a letterboard that reads, "Still here, still glowing." A few months ago, this silence would have sent her spiraling. But today, it feels like space, like breath. Inside, things have changed. Not just the shelves or the scents, but her systems. Her mindset. She now has a content calendar taped behind the counter. Email flows automated. A Shopify dashboard she finally understands. Weekly IG lives with a small, loyal crowd who call her by name. It's not the wild Christmas rush. It's not going viral, but it's real and growing. Tessa remembers how January nearly broke her, how she stared at 0 pounds on her screen, thinking she was invisible. But now, she knows better. That silent month was speaking. She just wasn't listening. Now, she moves with intention. Rest is part of the plan. Connection comes before conversion. And every product she ships carries the scent of something deeper: resilience. She touches the shop door, smiles to herself, and whispers, "The silent month didn't break me. It built me." Moral lesson: quiet seasons aren't curses, they're classrooms. Learn, adjust, grow. Follow for real-life business stories that encourage and empower. Subscribe for weekly storytelling that helps you stay consistent, especially when it's quiet.